2, 2. Hey, 1, 1, 2.
Hey everyone,
1, 2.
It's Friday night
Test.
here in New York.
Test.
Let's see what's going on. November 18th, 2022. Time right now is about 5:30 p.m. and the temperature right now is 41 Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius. We're starting off in Times Square tonight, and I want to make my way over to Lower Manhattan. Hopefully we can make it all the way down to the World Trade Center area. I know they decorate for the holidays sometimes. I'm all right. Thank you. I'm all right.
Don't harass him now.
Picture. I kind of got a picture with two Minnie Mouses and Elmo. Hung around saying the costume character is asking for a pic. I mean, does it look like I want a picture? I'm just standing here, just introducing my live stream and showing Times Square. Joe's saying they think I'm a tourist. Hey, if you see like thousands of people every day, you're not gonna remember who you met and who you didn't, so. Times Square is getting busy all of a sudden. It's actually a pretty large group picture across the street from me. Luke saying he thought there was snow and commercial trucks can't drive. You must be thinking of upstate New York, closer to the Buffalo area. New York City didn't get any snow at all. What's up, Bagels and Walks? And Lena has a cough as well and cold. As I told everyone yesterday, I had a cough and I'm still having a little bit of a cough. It's mostly recovered though. So please excuse me if I end up coughing on this live stream. Broadway's brought back their show globes. I thought this was a nice touch. Yeah, steamship. Beautiful evening here in Times Square. A little bit chilly, but it's to be expected. We are in the middle of November. Here we got the Lion King.
Your bag up, girl. Your bag is open. There's a lot of white people outside.
can't imagine how busy Times Square is going to be starting in a few weeks. It's already getting to that point where it's hard to move around. That's right, Dwayne, that's what I was saying. It looks so crowded now. Most of these people are tourists. Top View is really pushing their night tour, $19 plus fees. Line Friend store. Toni Morrison saying, do you still have the CD guys selling fake CDs? They're not fake CDs. I did get a CD off of them one time. It had real music on it. They're just aggressive CD people. That's how I would put it. It's not a scam because they have music on it, but they're really pushy about giving them donations. I'll just put it that way. Sometimes their tactics can be a little bit deceptive, but you just have to be aware of it. So for my walk today, I think I'm going to head down 7th Avenue. We'll take a right towards the Chelsea area and then into probably the Greenwich Village. Mike Landry, thank you for $5. Appreciate it, Mike Landry. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. EV. That was a pretty blunt sign. Janice Lamar asking how I'm feeling. I'm feeling great today. Just have a lingering cough from time to time, but even now I feel it going away.
Comedy Club, who wants to go laugh Friday night? We got comedians from Jimmy Fallon, Dave Chappelle Show, Comedy Central.
Times Square is a great place. Just be aware of the tourist traps. Most of them involve taking your time and your money. If you're not willing to part with both of them, then you'll be pretty safe from the tourist traps. New World with €5. Hi, could you trip in cities all around the world in the future? We'll see, New World. I mean, life is very unpredictable at times. While many of us do have the goal of traveling around the world and going to new places, we do have obligations as well. But thank you so much for the super chat there. Appreciate it very much. Here we got 42nd Streets. You know, we've got to 42nd Street when there's cars blocking the crosswalk. There's a traffic agent here and cars still get caught. Really difficult to drive in New York. Yeah, and at 5:36 p.m. it's already dark. Around 5 o'clock it's already dark. Hi, how are you? Yeah, Dakota. New York City looks very vivid right now, especially in the Times Square area. I mean, you can't get more iconic than this, all the digital billboards. But we are exiting right now. We won't see much of this anymore. Wait, this is even less expensive now. Now it's $15 plus fees. As we exit Times Square, it's gonna get even less expensive. It was $19 before, now it's $15. Hi.
Hi, guy.
Hello. Watch, the next block is going to be $10 plus fees. Bagels and walks. If I keep going, you might get a free ride. It could be. That might be pretty funny. Maybe I might try it someday because I never rode the top view. I've done big bus. Love to trade 2009. Yeah, we don't know about the fees, right? The fees could be anything. That's the fine print. $15 plus fees. The fee could be $100 for all we know. And the lawyer asked if I'm going to Little Island. We'll see about that. Here's 99-cent pizza, where the slice is 99 cents. They're still around. You can't fault tourists for stopping in the middle of the sidewalk. When you come to Times Square, you kind of have to expect it, just a sudden stop, and you just have to wait it out or go around them. I know it's a pet peeve of a lot of people to get stuck behind a tourist who doesn't move over to the side, but I've come to expect it. Latu says 99-cent slice of pizza is probably pretty narrow these days. I mean, I've had one before. It's not the greatest of slices, but at least it's not the greatest of slices, but they're there. And once again, people should really pay attention crossing the street. Just because 5 people ahead of you cross the street doesn't mean that it's safe to cross. Ali BHG saying crazy drivers. I think crazy people, not just the drivers. That driver actually had the right of way.
It is now hosting a new podcast on Access More. Candace
10-cent postcards,
is joined in season
3
1 by her
fridge
friend
magnets
Tara
for
Lee Coble, and
$15.98.
Candace is gonna really jump into some deep topics.
And here's some holographic postcards, 4 for $10, and 99-cent postcards.
And she shares just some anecdotes that work for her and her family.
New York City souvenirs are some of the least expensive that I've ever encountered. Ali says you always try to wait for the crosswalk when crossing. You're very wise, Ali. Wendy says he prefer to buy my souvenirs in Chinatown, less expensive. You know, a lot of people recommend that, but I kind of find that the souvenir prices are pretty uniform throughout. You don't have to go to Chinatown to get less expensive prices. I mean, come on, 10 cents for a postcard, 99 cents for a postcard. How much less are you expecting it for? Free? I've seen shirts for like $5 too. My advice to people who want to buy souvenirs, just be open-minded and keep an eye out for discounts and things you might like. You know where I've also found inexpensive souvenirs is on the Brooklyn Bridge. That's like one of the biggest tourist attractions in the city, and you get inexpensive souvenirs as well. I've seen like $5 for just masterpieces of art, and keychains for like $1. You kind of have to wonder, like, how these people even like stay in business selling these souvenirs for so little. Right now I'm walking downtown. We started at 47th Street, We're walking down 7th. Walking down 7th Avenue towards Penn Station. I was really afraid for that woman. This is the second time we've almost seen someone run over already. That's right, you better preach. People will run you over if they need to get where they're going and they're not paying attention. I'm glad the driver was. Hallie says you're a magnet and pin type of souvenir collector. Yeah, people collect different things for souvenirs, right? I like shirts, keychains are good. You can also get mugs. I know people collect mugs, snow globes, tons of souvenirs. And some of them are unique to the destination as well. Like here you can get a wireframe Empire State Building. And when I went to New Orleans, I got an alligator head as a souvenir. And when I went to Taiwan, I got keychains in the shape of Taiwan, the island. Another 99-cent pizza place next to me. John says, must be very cold there now. Yeah, in Canada, I think the temperatures are really cold now. Right now it's chilly in New York. I wouldn't really say it's that cold in New York yet, compared to many other places throughout the country. We got the Macy's department store next to me. We took a walk past this yesterday. This traffic agent has such a tough job. Empire State Building in green and red tonight. So over here, I'd like to cross over the street. I want to see what they're doing to Hotel Pennsylvania. I know they're doing some construction there, eventually be integrated into the Penn Station complex. Just sitting back to people watch and watching the cars come down is something else. This area is going to be very troublesome to get past over the next few months. You have this area here being completely renovated, and then the Hotel Pennsylvania construction site right next to me.
Así que sí.
There used to be a pretty nice entrance here to Penn Station, but now it's a big mess. And they actually have employees here guiding the people and the traffic. Yeah, Robert, the original Penn Station structure was really beautiful. Unfortunately, it was demolished, but that led to the saving of Grand Central Terminal. In a way, Penn Station was given up in order to create the Landmarks Commission, which saved a lot of other historical buildings and facades throughout the city. If it wasn't for the destruction of Penn Station, there really wouldn't be all this movement and activity to preserve our history. And you never know, they might surprise us when these construction plans are complete here for Penn Station. They might have some of the old design back. Here's another postcard stand. Thank you very much, Josephine Halligan, for the £2. Appreciate it, Josephine. Thanks for the support. They're not blocking off the sidewalk at all. Thanks, Brad, for the €2.49. Shout out for Brad Day and Ariana. Thank you so much, Brad. Tea and stitches. Why is there so much scaffolding everywhere now? There's always been scaffolding in New York. Strict building codes. Also, business owners and property owners use them as a way, no thank you, and property owners use them as a way to reduce their tax bill too. That's why they keep it on, and it's also less expensive to maintain the scaffolding than to actually fix the building. That's why there's so much scaffolding up. Dave Willadetek, 10 New Zealand dollars from New Zealand. Going to visit for 2 days in June 2023. What sites should I put on your list? Dave, I don't know what you like to see, but if you're the typical tourist and 2 days, I'm not sure if it's your first time. Of course, you're probably going to visit Times Square, Central Park, Empire State Building. Maybe head down to the financial district. That's what I recommend. I think that's about as much time as you're going to get in those 2 days. Unless you like to see the outer boroughs. Yeah, bagels and walks, that's a good point. You don't feel very safe when they're being put up or taken down. We saw that right now. Like, they were taking it down and I was just walking in the middle of the sidewalk and it wasn't blocked off or anything. A piece of metal could have fallen on my head or something. Bill Boyle says don't go to the tourist traps I just mentioned. They're not really tourist traps if you know what to look out for. Like I said, the tourist traps mainly are there to take away your time and your money. If you know how to save your time, be efficient with your time, and also be reasonable with your spending, you're not going to get tourist trapped. I know when I've traveled, sometimes I didn't even eat at restaurants. I'll eat at grocery stores, or I'll make my own food. No one says you have to go out to a 5-star restaurant every day when you travel, or go see a Broadway play. You can just go outside, walk around, and not have to spend anything for entertainment. John Park says sometimes best to travel to the less known places in the outer boroughs. They have more character and charm than the city. I mean, it depends on person to person. For me, I like a mix of both. I know when I've traveled to places and I've been to like these outer areas that aren't in the city center, I get a lot of entertainment from them as well. Like, case in point, I went to Taipei, Taiwan. I went to the old district, the Wanhua district, and it was very eye-opening for me. And going to Los Angeles, going to these just went inside this abandoned store. And I went to Los Angeles. I went to these lesser known neighborhoods. That was pretty eye-opening. Thanks Judy Kemp for $2.79 Canadian. Appreciate the support, Judy. Yes, rats do exist in New York. That's right, Hung Ma. I went to Baxter Street in Los Angeles. I thought that was fun. A lot of people thought I was crazy for climbing it. I thought that lady was crazy for crossing the street. But I found it very entertaining to be on a steep street like that. No, Andy reviews Rockefeller tree is not decorated yet. It's still under scaffolding, to my knowledge. Stopped by last night, and that was the update. Yeah, Bagels and Walks. I saw the pizza rat at the Halloween parade. That was pretty entertaining. Let's watch the sanitation department do their job as they obstruct the city streets and these people can't cross. No one's getting past them while they're on duty. They work quick too. They know they got their job to do and they don't want to cause an inconvenience too long to these drivers. Strong guys. That's why they're called the department's strongest. I know if I lifted up like a few of those bags, I'd probably be exhausted. And of course, you got inconsiderate people like these. They're just doing their jobs. Yeah, Bagels and Walks, they do important work. And they're often like misunderstood too, and how should I say it? Like, yeah, misunderstood. They're underappreciated. Thanks, Lucas. €10. Love your content. Highlight of the day. Looking forward to upcoming videos and streams. Oh, the sanitation department? Yeah, they work hard. Appreciate the support. It's also one of the most dangerous jobs to do as well because they suffer from a lot of physical injuries, back injuries, knee pain, traffic-related injuries as well as picking up a lot of like sharp objects, hazardous materials, vermin. So it's the reason why it's one of the most dangerous jobs to do in the world. That's right, Adrian. They work in all kinds of conditions. Cold weather, rainy weather.
know. There was a sports newspaper back in the days with Mike Rubin, and the sports newspaper was called The National. You can Google it. And that was the first time I ever met Martha Ashe.
Made it all the way to 23rd Street already. Yeah, it's a good thing you point that out, Best in Times Reborn, about the snow. The sanitation department is also responsible for snow removal and dealing with the city's snow. They get a lot of overtime money when snowfall happens. Salting the roads, shoveling them, moving snow, plowing it. Well, that guy was speeding, and I saw the flash of the camera go off. Speeding camera. You may think no one's watching, but they'll take a picture of the license plate and the bill gets sent in the mail. Take a look at this across the street, all these abandoned buildings. I wonder if these are going to be reconstructed or knocked down. Bagels and walks, the wind isn't too bad right now. You feel it more when you cross the street because the crosswind really gets you. We're not seeing too many decorations as we go down 7th Ave. I think once we get to the Greenwich Village, we'll start to see a lot more. I think these two ladies almost got hit by that car. I was just going to comment on that, how there was a blind corner there with that outdoor seating area. Tiernan H saying, what meal would you normally go for after a Friday night stream? Looks like the type of night for a warm takeaway. Yeah, I prefer something warm right now. But it really depends where I end up. I try to choose a place that's convenient to where I am. Sometimes I don't even go out to eat, and I'll just go back and cook, have leftovers. And if it's really late where there's not that much places open, I'll go to a grocery store. I was really looking out to see if I'd be able to cross the street early, but I wasn't.
Oh, I guess it's your
Yeah, Lucas, I did visit Hudson Yards. You'll actually see my video publishing tomorrow. I walked from Hudson Yards over to Macy's. It's the third year in a row that they've installed their Shine Bright installation with over 2 million lights. I still think it's the best decorated place in New York City, even though the design is a little bit dated now. Repeating it for the third year, but it's still gorgeous. Keith Walker says, I see they've extended dining areas towards the streets. Is that a COVID requirement or a popular thing to do? It initially started off as a program to get people out of the indoor areas. Started in 2020. But now these outdoor dining structures, they're allowed to stay. I'm not really too familiar with how that agreement works now. If they have to like apply for a license with the city now, because many of these outdoor seating areas, they're actually being taken down now that indoor dining's been pretty much allowed. But some places will still have them up. There's also been a lot of like safety and health related concerns to these outdoor dining areas. One is that a lot of people don't maintain them, especially when a business closes up and they just leave them there. Two, also rats can harbor in them and cause other issues. And they also cause problems because unfortunately they block a lot of the visible areas, like right before the crosswalk, and creates safety issues, like what happened a few blocks before. It's hard to see what's behind you or to the left when you have a big outdoor dining structure blocking the view. And the other issue that people complain about too, especially people who live in the neighborhoods where they are noises, because they attract people outside where they weren't normally were, and they are very loud. I don't know if you've been around like alcoholics when they're outside and in a large group, some of them can get pretty loud. Kristalina Bactier says, we are boring. Some alcoholics can be out of their minds sometimes. They have a few drinks and they won't remember what happened. Greenwich Village coming up soon. I know a lot of people will cross the street right now because this driver has a left turn signal, but I found that many drivers, they actually change their minds. They continue going straight, or the driver behind them goes around and starts speeding up, and that's where you get issues. I love this view of the World Trade Center tower right in front of me.
They just love to hear the sound of their own voice. And it's always
Marty's saying it seems quiet in this part of New York City tonight. Yeah, we about to see that as soon as we got out of Times Square and past Penn Station. But it should pick up a little bit. Granted, it is a little bit chilly tonight, so I don't think many people would want to willingly walk around for hours at a time outside. They want to be inside. Pretty scary what can happen here with these crosswalks. Oh my gosh, come on. These pedestrians are in the wrong, by the way. They have a do not cross sign. It kind of goes back to the history of this area too, because there is like no unified street grid in this area. The Greenwich Village, it existed before the modern Manhattan street grid was put into place. That's why many of these streets are at angles and 45-degree like turns. Hopefully we'll make it to the World Trade Center area. I'd really like to see what decorations they have there tonight. Emma Smith is coming to New York City on Christmas Eve. Might see me around Christmas Day and give me a wave. I'm looking forward to your trip to New York City. Hope you have a great time here. Wow. Don't mess with the New York City Police Department.
I got Jake this one. Said he's good. I don't fuck Jake's food because he likes pie. But I think it's like one of those
Stylish bunny lost one of your gloves. I have to get a new one soon. Yeah, gloves, they're easy to lose, especially when you lose one glove. See, it's starting to get more busy here. You get to see more people in the Greenwich Village. Let's see if we'll see more decorations, especially with these businesses.
You can tell because it's a thick heel.
My man here is doing some dance moves. Yep, that's right, Doug. It's getting busier here. It'll get very busy with car traffic when I get past the Holland Tunnel. I think this is Bagels and Walk's favorite bar. The Bar Pistolino. Poochie used to buy records on Carmine Street and party at the Paradise Garage on Varick and King Street. Sounds great, man. What in the world is that driver doing?
But so
He's treating like the local streets like a raceway. I'm telling you, it's dangerous out here with irresponsible drivers. That driver kind of looked like they were evading the law or something. Bleecker Street Pizza, my favorite slice of pizza in Manhattan.
Wait.
Actually, let's cross over. I want to get a close-up look at these decorations over to the right. We got the Grinch up here. Yep, that's right, Mini Sue, that's the Caliente cab. More decorations here. This is actually very photogenic. I love the way they decorated here. And there's another Christmas tree in this corner.
Although they were like, oh yeah, we definitely heard about the safety.
It'll be nice if they strung up some lights here. A really stylish bunny. They close. I'm close to my favorite seafood restaurant that just closed recently, Pearl Oyster Bar. Closed after 25 years. Oh my goodness. Wonder where it is.
Right? Yes. In charge.
Oh, it's at Cornelia Street, Stylish Bunny. Yeah, we've passed it already. That's pretty sad. We're approaching the Hudson Square area. This is pretty nice.
No, but Xavier.
I don't really remember the Starbucks being here on this corner. There's been a few new Starbucks that have opened up. The one that's most notable that opened up was Starbucks Reserve in the Empire State Building. But this one at Carmine and Varick is open now. Yeah, that's right, Minnie Sue. There's a lot happening here in this area. New stores. Wow, look at this. WB Mason truck is being towed. Did it break down? Wow. This is something to see. It's rare that you see a truck like that towed. Oh, thanks for that info, Cynthia Beal. Trader Joe's on Spring Street has a restroom. I'm seeing a lot of new stores around here. I don't think I've ever seen this Courtyard Marriott before. The entire Hudson Square area is changing. I wonder how the traffic is going to the Holland Tunnel. Sidewalks closed, use the other side, but there's a walkway here. BX Richie 1 asking when is the Thanksgiving parade? It's on Thanksgiving, November 24th, next Thursday. If you're talking about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, that one is probably the most well known. It'll start on the Upper West Side and make its way down Central Park West, across Central Park South to 6th Avenue, all the way to the Macy's department store. A lot of people look forward to that parade every year. It's known for its larger than life-size balloons that just float above Manhattan. Luke saying thank you for streaming this evening. Love my contents. Appreciate it, Luke. Thousand Hands asking, where do you see yourself 10 years from now, AK? I see myself as a much more successful person, a lot more accomplished in my life. And I also see myself having more of an impact on the world. That's where I see myself in 10 years from now. But that's quite a long time frame to think about. MLA wonders how people can live in New York. There's many different types of people, right? I would like to say that people reduce their living expenses and live within their means, but there are a lot of people who live here and they really can't afford it either. They go into debt and they just remain that way. I say like the biggest way to afford any place to live is to really reduce your cost of living. If you can manage that and find out exactly how much discretionary spending you have, then that really like allows you to budget yourself. Hector says, walked by me yesterday in the holiday market at Union Square. Yeah, I was there. Hey, look at this, a Christmas tree market. Soho trees. The season is starting. Soho trees inside. We're gonna have to wait for a new light here. By the way, the wind chill here on Canal Street is very intense. The water breeze is coming right here. If I head down this way, I'll get to Chinatown. Get Money Jones asking what WB Mason sells. It's office supplies. So things like toner, printer paper, pens, notepads. big business. I'm a no snow in the forecast tonight. There was a lot of snow upstate New York, especially near the Buffalo area. They got hit with like, in places, over 6 feet of snow. Oh, really, Stylish Bunny? Possible snow shower starting at 8 p.m.? Yeah, we'll see. It's about an hour away from now. Oh, Philly 3000, you're in upstate New York, Monticello. Near Canada, we got some snow. It's amazing. I can't imagine seeing all that snow. I can only imagine if I was in Niagara Falls like today or yesterday, how much snow there is. That would be pretty interesting to see, Hung Mao, Niagara Falls with snow. Craig says, what's the temperature like in February? Cold. Most likely it's going to be around the freezing point. But then again, it's New York City. We have extreme temperature swings, so don't be surprised if you get some really nice, like, spring type weather when you're here during February. And we got the Ghostbusters Firehouse. You know it is because they got the sign up. Who are you gonna call? Who are you gonna call? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Or even the side here. They never had that sign before in the front and on the side. Oops. Gerard asking if that's where they filmed it. I believe so. That's one of the filming locations. All right, so this is where Varick Street and West Broadway intersect, and it just becomes West Broadway. Here we got the Jenga building. This building made headlines when the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond leapt to his doom. But it's known for its unique shape in the form of the Jenga blocks. Oh my goodness, more sewer work to the city streets. This is gonna be a issue crossing the street here. Hopefully they could finish it soon. Presidential dog toys. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Someone's got creepy hair. Minnie Sue says no thanks. What, it's not worth giving to your dog to chew on? All right, we're getting very close now. Foreman Colossus, I switch arms. There's no way I could use the same arm all the time to hold the camera. It's not good for your body. This place is really busy.
mean where to stand?
So I think that
The store knows what they're doing, putting up their cashmere in the front window. It's always an interesting area here in Tribeca.
It still has 8 people comfortable.
yeah.
There are a lot of pop-up Christmas bars in New York City. Sometimes. This one might be one that just popped up. Even outdoor seating here with space heaters. Looks busy in here. Many suits saying Seraphine has been around. Yeah, it's been around, but just from the decorations point of view. That's what I was mentioning about.
Like legitimate. I wasn't sure either, and then I saw that Empire State Building.
Yeah.
And they didn't really decorate for the holidays. Barbara, I won't be headed there. I'm gonna go into the World Trade Center area, the Oculus shopping mall. I like to see what they did for decorating so far. Foreman says, only thing I wish I do is show the street signs. I kind of do. I mean, I don't think it's really necessary to pan up to the street signs at every block I cross. Sometimes I'll even say where I am. So I think in another 2 or 3 blocks we'll be there. Yes, Claire, that is a concern. But like anything, there are risks to any kind of profession or thing you do, so we have to be aware.
Oh, we got it. We got it. All right, we're done.
I really cute. Yeah, exactly.
You're bathing him right now.
Guys,
That's why you gotta pay attention, both as a driver of an electric bicycle and as a pedestrian. That was really close. Slamming on the brakes and skidding.
Do you have any plans?
That's why, Gerard, the pedestrian was crossing against the light. I'm gonna have to look that up again when I end this live stream. That was really close. All right, we're in the World Trade Center area now. Barclay Street. Here's the 7 World Trade Center building. And behind this is the 1 World Trade Center. And this is going to be the Performing Arts Center. They're busy constructing it now. This over here is supposed to be the site for 2 World Trade Center, but nothing really has happened yet here.
Signori.
And here we are, the Oculus building. Let's see what they have in terms of decorating. Oh, it's so heavy. I'm actually surprised. No visible holiday decorations that I can see just yet. They might be planning to decorate this soon. But I'll have to check the schedule if they're planning to do it. All right, everyone. I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. It's a good spot for me to end this live stream. I'll get something to eat. And I want to thank you all for coming out today, all the way from Times Square down 7th Avenue through the Greenwich Village to Tribeca, all the way to the World Trade Center. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you later. Bye-bye, folks. Happy holidays to all of you. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.